everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Caroline. I'm a lecturer in physics at a UK university. And if you've clicked on this video, it's probably because you've read the title and you want to know what do lecturers and college professors actually get up to during the summer holiday period when students aren't at the campus. So yeah, a little bit about me. I teach at a UK university. So I used to be an industry research scientist, and then I actually came back into academia, and I've been there now for a few years, and I lecture in the physics department. And my friends sometimes say, so do you get these wonderfully long summer holidays when the students aren't there? And we don't. So if you're thinking about having a job or a career working as a lecturer at a university, be warned, we don't get the same 3-month summer vacation break as the students do. Basically because there's still students around during the summer period. So yes, my first, second, third and fourth year teaching duties, so any lectures I have for those year groups of undergraduate students, yes, they will stop during the summer period. But actually, I still have master students on campus. So I've still got students taking a 1-year taught masters, and they work across the summer. I have some of my third and fourth year students out on placements, and I'm still their tutor whilst they're out on placement, so I still stay in touch with them. And I still have PhD students. So I might not actually need to lecture per se, but I'm still doing teaching duties across the summer. So big spoiler alert if you wanted to be an academic to get the long summer holidays. Don't do it for that reason, because they just don't happen. But anyway, this week I thought we could do the videos connected. So I tend to post on a Monday and on a Thursday. So this one today is all about what academics actually do during the summer when students aren't typically on campus. And the one on Thursday, I'll twist it round and I'll say from the student's point of view, what can you do during your summer holidays, during your kind of summer vacation from teaching in order to maximise the chances of putting something on your CV that's then useful for your future career. So hopefully that's interesting. Back to today's video then. What do academics actually do during the summer holiday? So as I said, we still have students on campus. So in a couple of weeks' time, I will have an MSc student start their summer dissertation, and they'll be working for 3 months on a project across the summer period, and I'll be their supervisor, so we'll have weekly meetings. And it was meant to be an experimental based project, but due to the horrific world pandemic situation at the moment, obviously it can't be. So we'll be changing it into a theoretical computational modelling style project instead, which the student can therefore do from their home, which is really good because it keeps everybody off the campus and apart. But usually my summers are spent in the laboratory with the master students as they're doing their projects, and obviously with my PhD students. So likewise, my PhD students currently are all at home at the moment, working remotely from the university, but in a normal year, we'd all be at the university, and because I haven't got teaching duties, I have some more time I can spend in the lab working with them, reading their papers, sharing ideas, helping them with some coding or algorithm work they're working on. So yeah, a lot of time across the summer is actually focused on the students, I guess, slightly along their educational journey. So the ones doing the masters and the ones doing the PhDs, because they're the ones that are still on campus. Another big part of my summer is because I'm an admissions tutor, so I look after the intake of students coming into the physics department every year. Quite a bit of my summer is actually spent involved with that. So in the UK we have UCAS, the University Colleges Admission Service, and UCAS is the body that works with students and universities to help match students to university course places. And there's quite a few exam results that come out across the summer. So there's diploma results that come out, and also the big A-level release results come out. And so quite a bit of my August is spent preparing for the exam result release, looking at the cohort of people coming in, and actually during that really busy week when the results come out, making decisions on whether students get a course place or not. So that's a big chunk of my summer. Obviously that's not the same for all academics. It depends what duty you have in the department as to where your admin duty falls, but a lot of mine does happen during the summer. And then the other big part of my summer really is about focusing on getting some research written up, because it's no good having my research sitting in my lab books and not getting it published. Part of the job of being a lecturer is sharing what we get up to, so we need to make sure that our work is written up into publications. And a lot of my summer is spent trying to win research grants. So I'm not sure if you're aware how the funding works at a UK university. But essentially, as an academic, I have to apply to various funding agencies and bodies. There's quite a few, thankfully. And I put an application in and I'm trying to win money. and I need the money in order to be able to fund future research projects for the PhD students and for myself. So quite a bit of my summer will be spent writing these grant applications where I try to justify to a panel of another set of scientists why I should be allocated money from that particular funding pot. And that can take quite a bit of time because I have to do a costing of all the people that are going to be involved in the potential project. I have to give the scientific reasoning why I want to do the project. I have to justify that the work hasn't been done before. I need to make a case about why the work is interesting and timely. I need to justify why we're the right team to do the research, so why we've got the skills, why I'm the right person to be the PI. So the PI is something called the principal investigator, and basically it's the lead person for the project. So they have ultimate accountability for the project deliverables, the costings, making sure that the project is going to deliver some interesting science on time. So that is a huge chunk of my summer, is spent writing these grants, making sure that everything's in place, because grants are actually really competitive. It's not like I write one and I'm guaranteed to get the money. I have to write a lot and I can win usually a small fraction of them. So I think academics typically, they say you get like 10% of the ones that you put in for. Obviously it depends on the academic. Some academics are probably amazing and they get everything they put in for. The rest of us have to put in many applications and try to win a small share of them. And obviously it's different at different times in your career. So if you're a professor, and I am not a professor, but if you are a professor, you've usually got a huge track record behind you, lots of publications, lots of students, your research might be very well known, so it might be easier for you to justify a case as to why you're doing research. If you're at the start of your career, your name might not be quite so well known, so you have to be really quite proactive in promoting why you're the right person to do that particular bit of research. So yeah, that's my summer. I do get some summer holiday. I don't get 3 months away from the university. I get a typical amount of annual leave every year, so I will take probably a week off at some point during the summer period, typically not August because that's when I'm doing my admissions work. So I'll take some time up maybe in July, and then maybe I'll try to get a few extra days in September. And for us, the summer period where the students aren't actually on campus doing the undergraduate teaching is July, August and September. So July tends to be a kind of heavy research focused month for me. August is a mix of research and my admissions duties. And then September, we're actually starting to gear back up for teaching. So I teach a first year course that starts in October. And so usually September is the period of time where I go back through my lecture material. I reflect on what worked well last year, what didn't go so well, what the students found easy to understand, what they found difficult to understand, and I can modify my lecture materials. And this year I might actually have to start doing that earlier because we might be moving into a hybrid teaching model. So because of this global pandemic situation, I might have to do some of my classes remotely. So I might be lecturing online and then only seeing the students maybe for tutorials. We're not quite sure yet. But I may need obviously to move some of my lecture materials into a slightly different format to make them suitable for students who can't actually get onto the campus right at the beginning of semester. So yeah, that is my summer. It will be a busy one. I really like the summer. I enjoy the teaching part during the semesters, but actually it's really nice to have those months across the summer where we can focus on research. And as I said, I can focus my time on the master students and the PhD students and get some publications out the door. So that's what will be keeping me busy. I also tend to give some public lectures across the summer as well. So there's summer schools I get involved with, some kind of taster days for students who are thinking about coming to university the next year. We have open days I organise, so people touring the campus either in person or maybe virtually this year to keep me busy. So yeah, summer as an academic tends to be one of the busiest times because you're trying to squeeze everything in that you can't fit in when you've got the teaching duties during the main part of semester. So if you've ever wondered, oh, that's what an academic gets up to over their summer period. I'm not going to call it a summer holiday because it's not a summer holiday if you're a lecturer. But on Thursday, what I'll do is I'll swing it the other way around and I'll talk a little bit about what you can do if you're a student and you're trying to use the summer to enhance your chances of getting a really good career and job when you finish your degree. So I hope that was interesting. I hope you enjoyed the insight into the world of the lecture across the summer. As we go through the summer, I'll keep you posted on what we get up to and the activities and a few of the differences this year, the situation around the world. Keep staying safe, keep looking after yourself, have a great few days. If you're doing exams at the moment, I hope they're going well. Lots of good luck, take deep breaths and, remember exams are only a short period of your life. If they go well, brilliant, and if they don't go to plan, there's always another route you can take. But yeah, stay well, look after yourself, and I'll see you back on Thursday. And if you like the video, as always, please hit the like button and subscribe, because it's really nice to see people joining in the kind of university academic conversation on YouTube. But yeah, I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.